Hello everybody, my name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video, and that is how I fold my clothes Konmari style. So everyone's clothes are different, everyone's drawers are different. This is how I have grown accustomed to folding my clothes in a way that they will fit in my drawer and in a way that just fits my storage system. So I really hope this becomes sort of a guideline for you. This is not the be-all, end-all, best way to fold your clothes. Even in the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, Marie Kondo says that your clothes will tell you how they want to be folded. I'm just going to start with this sweater right here. So you could technically fold this sweater and put it in your drawer. But for me, I have just decided to hang it up. But for educational purposes, I will show you how I would fold it if I were to decide to do that. I always start by putting the shirt upside down, or face down, I should say. And this kind of gives you an opportunity to really lay it flat. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. It's totally in the way, sorry. You really lay it flat. I like to kind of slightly stretch out the fabric. You can see this is pretty wrinkled, and that's because it was in the dryer and it probably hung out in the dryer for a while. But yeah, and also it's an opportunity for you to inspect your clothes. So see here, I have this tiny little hole, I don't know if you can see it, in the elbow, which makes me so sad because I do love this sweater so much. And obviously I've worn it a lot because it's quite worn. So with long sleeved shirts like this, you want to bring everything in. You're bringing everything into the center. So I first start by bringing one sleeve in. And you want to try and smooth out any wrinkles as you go along to the best of your ability. I folded it again so that it went down. The sleeve went down. So I'll do it again on this side. So I folded it towards the center and then kind of put my hand right here, and I'm going to fold along that line. So at this point, you have the sleeves in the center, and that's where you want them. Next, you're going to start to fold each half inwards. So like that. And then, depending on how small you want it to be folded, you could do this in fourths, but I'm just going to do it in thirds. So I'm going to fold this all the way over like this. So you see, it's in one line. Your goal is to get it into a rectangular or like a square shape. So at this point, there are multiple ways you could do this. You could take it all the way up like that and then fold it again. And here we have it in this nice little square, and it could stand on its end. I actually would do it this way. So there we go. Standing on its end like that. So that's the goal. So that's one way you could have folded it, or depending on my mood, you could find your desired shape by folding it at the very end. So rather than folding it in half and then folding it in half again, you could kind of figure out the shape you want it. So, and then just fold, fold, and fold. And again, it'll stand on its end like that. So I kind of liked it best the other way. So again, fold it in half and then in half again. Next, I did get a request for jeans, how to fold jeans, and I actually hang my jeans. I could fold them, but the way that my drawer worked and how everything fit in my drawer, there just wasn't quite enough room for my jeans. I only own 2 pairs of jeans, and they're exactly the same because they're comfortable and I really like them. But if I were to fold them, I would start face down. So with pants, you fold it over lengthwise and you kind of make everything match up. And now see the crotch area, I can't think of a better word for it, but the crotch area is sticking out. So I like to kind of fold that in, okay? Then I take the very end right here and I fold it up to almost the very top, not quite. I kind of stop where this, the belt seam is right here. And also I make it line up with the front. Again, depending on the depth of your drawer, you start folding it upwards. So this would be my height, like the height of my drawer. So if your drawers were deeper, you might be able to go a little bit further. But my drawers, it's about the width of my hand with my fingers spread out a little bit. This says how deep my drawers are. So you don't want this part to stick out, so I might need to go a little bit more and then go up like this. There we go. Now, this might not stand up. I'm not totally used to folding the jeans, so this might totally, oh here, we'll do it this way. There we go. Stands up a little bit. There we go. It's standing up. Yay. All right, so yeah, that's how I would fold my jeans. You could also, I suppose, do it like that and then like this. That's another way you can do it. Actually, that's nice. I kind of like that. Let's do another pair of pants. These are pajama bottoms. They're already folded up. Let's unfold them. They're my Guinness pajama bottoms. So it's the same kind of concept. There's more fabric here though. There's less structure to these pants. You want to lay it out as flat as possible. Now we're going to fold it over just like we did with the jeans. There it is. There's the crotch. Okay, so it's sticking out. We want to bring it in and make a nice straight line. And then we take the bottom of the pants, bring it just under where the waistband is, and just kind of smooth out any lumps and wrinkles. So at this point, you could fold it again in half and then again like this. So that's kind of what we did with the jeans the second time. So see, they're standing up like that. Or if that's too shallow of a fold, you could also do it in thirds like that. So I think that's typically how I tend to do it because it makes it a little bit flatter. It still can stand up on its end like that, but it might allow for more pants to get smushed all together. Now, here's another pair of bottoms. These are just workout capris that I painted in. So there's like white paint on it in little splotches. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit more structured than the pajama bottoms, but not quite as structured as jeans. You're gonna start to see patterns here if you haven't already. This might be a little bit, see here's an example of that technique not quite working. This makes it a little bit too short, in my opinion. So that's when I would fold it in thirds. Little bit taller, but still structured. It can stand up on its end. All right, so now let's do some tops. Here's a t-shirt. It's not like a classic men's shirt. It's more like a women's cut shirt, so it's a little bit fitted, shorter sleeves than a regular t-shirt, v-neck, super wrinkled because I procrastinate on putting my laundry away, so they're in a pile all the time and they get wrinkled. But anyway, same kind of idea as the sweater, but this is gonna be a little bit easier than the long sleeved shirt because the sleeves here are so small. But you still do the same idea and you fold them in like that. And then you fold it. You could try, I'm gonna do it in thirds. This is just how my shirt wants to be folded, like that. So now this shirt's a little weird because the bottom flares, so it's wider at the bottom than the top, but that's okay. I'm gonna fold it all the way in half, like so, and you could fold it in half again. This is pretty tall. You could also do it on its side. So this seems a little loose to me. So I'm going to fold it in half just like that, but then I'm going to do thirds. And that works better for my drawer. Now, here is a men's cut t-shirt. This is my I'm Miranda's boyfriend t-shirt that I got for my husband when we went to go see Miranda Sings Live, but I keep it in my drawer because I love it and I've actually worn it in public, so no shame. I'm Miranda Sings boyfriend. Anyway, so bigger t-shirt, slightly longer sleeves, more boxy, so it's actually gonna be easier than the women's fitted t-shirt. And then, since we learned from the t-shirt that my size drawers like to be folded in thirds. And here we go. Now I have two tank tops to show you. So these are like workout tank tops, just different materials. This one is just a regular kind of cotton material. So we have a racerback shirt. Okay, I like to, with these little, anything spaghetti strap or like tank top, what I personally like to do is fold it down first. So again, it is face down just like everything else has been, but I take the top part because it's so small, you know, this isn't gonna fit into a square. I fold it back. So here, this is more of a boxy rectangular shape. Now, you could do this in thirds like we have been, but the way it fits in my drawer, I actually fold this in fourths. So I fold it in like that, and then I fold it over. This ends up a little bit thinner than the t-shirt, but because it's such a thin material, it stands up better. So the alternative would be folding it in third like that, like we have been doing. And it just seems floppy to me, but I mean, it could still work for sure. It totally depends on your drawer. So we could do that, and it still stands up as I fold it in half there, fold it there, and then I fold it over again. And then you could fold it in half and then fold it, but I actually like to do it this way. And it's just like this little tiny square now, and it stands up, and that's how it fits in my drawer. Now here's another tank top. It's the same concept, but this is a really slippery material. So even with slippy materials, it's still gonna work. So the way, I mean, I don't even always lay it flat first. I hold it with my fingers in the armpits like this, and I flip the sleeves to the back. So that's just kind of how I do it naturally. And then I lay it flat. And again, we fold it in like this on both sides because it's such a thin material, and then I fold it like here. So instead of in thirds, I do it in fourths, and I fold it like this, just like I did the other tank top. So see, the tank tops are folded the same, nice and small, compact. You'll be able to fit a lot of tank tops in your drawer this way. So those are the clothes that I am going to show you how to fold. Now I'm going to sort of do undergarments, and we'll start with tights. I don't wear tights that often. I only have 3 pairs, and holy crap, there's a lot of fur on this pair. But we're going to do like the same first steps as the pants. So you have your tights. These look like little baby child tights actually, but they're not, I swear. They stretch to accommodate a petite woman. Anyway, so we have them face down, and we're gonna fold them in half just like I just did. Now we'll fold it over, but then instead of folding it, I actually roll it up. And then they store in these little rolls like that. So I have 3 in my sock drawer in a row. So they stand up like that. Now for regular socks, I actually really recommend getting a little box. You could use old Birch boxes. This is actually a little Starbucks box that, I don't know, I guess a mug came in or something. But I keep this in my sock drawer because it keeps everything together. So I'm gonna take a regular pair of ankle socks. This is so easy. Marie Kondo says, don't ball up your socks. So this is what balling up your socks is. A lot of people do this. I used to do this growing up. It was just easy. You pair a sock, you ball it up. But this sock that's wrapped around is actually being stretched when you do that. It's gonna make your socks get loose. So if you want your socks to last longer, this is the way to store them. You lay one on top of the other. Now, I used to fold them in thirds, and have it be in like these little rolls like that. But I don't know what possessed me to start folding them in half, but I just started folding them in half. Doesn't really matter. I could go back to folding them in thirds. I think maybe because I wanted to store more of them and folding them in thirds makes them thicker. Now, these are longer socks, like fun Christmas socks. Lay them flat, you put one on top of the other. And for these, I just roll them up. Well, I fold them. It's less of a roll, but they stand up perfectly like that. And I actually, I have quite a few like long Christmas socks like this, and I store them all standing up next to each other right next to my box in the drawer. Here is a sports bra. Quite like a tank top. It's face down. The top part, the straps, I fold it back, and I fold it in thirds like this. Very, very simple. And I have it standing up in my underwear drawer. Not that that really matters. You can put them in whatever drawers you want, but that's where I keep mine. And finally, undies. And these are like the cleanest and least worn pair I could find, so that I didn't feel super like weird about putting my underwear in a video. But I typically wear thongs. It seems like a lot of information, but whatever, no shame. But it's the same concept, so I'm going to show you that concept. So this is the only one I don't do face down. I actually do front facing up. So the way I do it is I take one end, I bring it over to the other end, and the crotch area I fold up like this, and then I fold it like that. So it's this nice little roll. And I actually store them in a Birchbox in my underwear drawer. I'll go grab that real quick. They're on their side, and then I just stick them in like that. So that's how I store my underwear. So that's how I fold my clothes. Things that I do not fold ever are skirts, dresses, jackets and coats, anything that is like professional business wear, like suit jackets and slacks. Slacks I have, technically, yes, they're folded in half, but they are hung up at that point through a hanger because I don't want those to get any wrinkles in them at all. Sweatshirts, I suppose you could technically fold them. It would be the same way as like the sweater I showed you at the beginning of this video, but I would recommend folding the hood down first. I just keep them hung up. I have the room in my closet, and I just don't want them in my drawer, personally. That's just how it worked out for me. So I'm sure I forgot some articles of clothing that you would have loved to see me fold, but I just couldn't think of any more during the process of kind of prepping for this video. So please, 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 if you have any questions about any other types of clothes, leave those in the comments below, and I will try to describe it in a response so that it would make sense. But I might do maybe a supplementary video like this if there are enough things I forgot. So please leave any questions in the comments. If you like this video and if you found it helpful, I would love a thumbs up. And I do videos related to the life-changing magic of tidying up and the Konmari method and minimalism. So if you like these types of videos, I would love for you to be one of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!